Stand back. There's a booking coming through.
Welcome to Book It Wrestling Podcast for the fans, by the fans. We book, rebook, and revisit your favorite wrestling storylines. I'm your Commissioner Lil X Fudge, and today we're with your GMs, Damone D Money.
Ciao.
The bad guy, Kenny.
Oh, yeah.
And Hi-Fi Mike.
Party on, Garth.
Who's wearing a great shirt, mind you.
I meant to wear it last week.
But, speaking of last week, check out our Dolph Ziggler sent to AEW booking episode. But this week, I think we're feeling a little feisty, a little argumentative, a little, give me some words, guys. Come on, help me out.
Combative.
You're the
Combative. I had like 10 in the chamber and I lost the ball. And y'all saved me. Y'all let me fail.
I was going to say, I
let me
thought you was
choke.
cooking.
Hey, we've all been there. We've all had that happen. Just get
Yeah.
stuck.
And I swear
You had that, what's the name?
three Italian expressions
Eminem
and
and
10
8
actual
Mile.
words. But what I'm getting at is we want to argue. We want to get at it. And we got some things that we want to get off our chest, like CM Punk in 2011. And we all know the kids today. We
15
love,
It's
well, I say we as if I'm not 30 years old. The kids love to rage bait. And that's what this whole episode is going to be devoted to, is rage baiting. We each have compiled a list of hot takes, and you've heard some of the bullshit we say on this show and have for years now. And we are going to let them rip while trying not to react to other people's. So I could say some nonsense per usual, and Damone has to try to say nothing. But at some point, we draw the line somewhere, and we're going to see where some people draw the line tonight. We try to piss each other off. So if you like our spicier episodes, you're in for a treat.
TNA, cross the line.
We're going to cross the line. So I think we should get after it. Kenny, is there any more rules that we need to establish today?
That's really it. Just trying not to react to our hot takes. Just trying
Kenny,
to
are
stay
we
stoic.
doing are we doing a rotation? So like start with you, then to me,
Yeah,
then
you
to Mike.
Yeah, we can go around the room.
Okay.
We go around the room.
Okay.
Okay. Try not to react. All right.
All right,
Let's
Kenny,
get it.
start us.
Peak TNA is better than peak WWE.
This was actually one of mine. Like, I had it as better than any era ever, though. Like, that, I'll take yours and I'll raise it. I think TNA's prime is better than any company's prime ever.
You're a moron.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
You're both morons.
So you're
Why do you
telling
put it
me
away, Mike? Why you
that
put it
when we
away,
had
Mike?
Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe at the top of the card, you had Christopher Daniels, AJ Styles, Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin. You had all that going on at the same time.
And then you still had your older favorites like your Booker T's, your Scott Steiners, your Christian Cages. All that was going on all at the same time.
All
Yeah.
of which working harder than they ever had.
Yeah,
And-
so the
and
minor
they're pushing the women's
leagues.
division.
So the minor
Something
leagues
WWE was not doing.
the minor leagues are also allowed to have the stars before they become stars and the stars after they become stars. So, that's what happened.
Okay, you can call them the minor leagues, but that doesn't discredit what was happening on that show.
It did.
Go
It
watch-
Had to- then
I know
Vince
you're
had to
suffering
send-
through 2026 TNA right now. Go
Yeah,
back and watch a
2026 TNA is better
2007
than
TNA
that.
show.
And
Front to
Vince
back.
had to
And tell me
send
it's not the
Hulk
best shit you've
Hogan-
ever seen.
And Vince had to send Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff to ruin it. It was an inside job.
I agree with that. I agree.
Hey, I mean,
That
you might
was
be on
old
something,
PC
though.
Carter. What are we talking about?
Hey, you know what's hilarious?
She was an inside job too. She heard Vince heard Jeff Jarrett was broke, and he was like, "Oh, Dixie, I have a good plan that'll solve this. Invest in the company and then just do everything WCW did. In fact, call Vince Russo right when you get off the phone."
Said Hulk Hogan didn't do an inside job. Damn, we
But
didn't make it
no,
past
I
one.
agree.
He didn't even do a good
That
job
was
because they're alive still. Failed
Damn
at that too.
Now I got to take that off my list. So the only reason I'm mad at Kenny is because he stole mine.
Yeah, that was the one I had. I said, look, I said I'm gonna piss y'all off.
That's one where I don't know if I agree, but I'm not gonna fight you on it.
You didn't piss me off. I just think you're a moron.
Okay, Mike. Tell us an era that's better.
Then peak TNA.
Late
Yeah.
2000s TNA.
Not the Attitude Era, the other one.
I was about to say, Gangrel versus Val Venus ain't touching what they had going on.
The only
Ruthless aggression.
Ruthless aggression was
I don't
way
think so.
better.
There was good stuff at the top, but think about what was going on in the mid card. You had
Also,
Renee Dupree and
2016
Kenzo
WW
Suzuki in a
also-
tag team.
Hey,
Like, we
also-
said,
Hey, don't just disrespect Renee Dupree. I'm sick of this slander against Lowry. This
I like
Also-
Renee Dupree, but if you think about it, we're talking about. 'cause
I
we're
like
talking
him
about
too,
The main card, like the main event scene, was nasty in TNA. Then you got the tag team scene. We had the Dudleys. We had Beer Money. We also had Motor City Machine Guns. We had some teams then.
and even
then you got
prior
the
to that, you
Cruiserweight.
had America's Most
Expedition.
Wanted. You had a bunch of other great options. And then they'd randomly like, you know what? We're gonna have Christian Cage and AJ Styles team up. Like
They were.
what? Unfair.
Sanjay Dutt and Jay Lethal teamed up for a little bit. It was fire.
And even Lethal Consequences was great. The gimmick maybe not so much, but like the wrestling was fantastic.
I'd
The
rather
greatest
be
team ever, Rock and Rave Infection.
I did.
Hey,
fuck
they
with
were
Rock
fun.
and
Jimmy
Ray.
Rave sold his ass off.
You said what, Demo?
I did fuck with Rock and Ray. And
I like
also the
them.
Knockouts division, dog walks.
Man.
The women's division in
Man,
in
that's what I
any
said.
era, except for this one. I would say this era of women is
Yeah, I was gonna say there's
Hold
no
its
way you're
own,
beating this era of
but-
women. This period.
But we got to talk
Yeah,
about,
but
again, we
prior
gotta talk
to
about
that,
everything though. We got to talk about everything though.
I would say this era of women is the number one. It's the top between all the
Yeah.
companies.
Out
it's
of all the
it's number
companies.
one.
Yeah,
Right
yeah,
now,
no,
all the
I agree.
companies,
I agree.
It's number one.
But if we're
number
going
two,
overall,
number two, it's the knockouts of the late 2000s. We're
Mhm.
dog walking the Attitude Era women, the ruthless aggression women. They weren't just doing women's wrestling, fighting, bra and panties and stuff like that. We're actually having good matches.
Yeah, no, I'm like I know I was already on his side, but I'm more on his side. Like I'm ready to dig 10 toes and debate this with the masses.
that's why that's at the top of my list. It literally says right here, peak TNA greater than peak WWE.
I think better than anything. But we could talk about this all day. But let's try to disagree a little more. Damone, what you got for us?
I'll start off. I'm gonna go an era thing too. The last 2 to 3 years of NXT is better than Black and Gold.
Yeah, that's
I
on my
don't
list,
agree. But I can't fight you hard enough because I haven't watched enough. But
That's the problem. You haven't
what I've
watched enough.
seen-
You need to lock the
what
fuck
I've
in.
seen though
too. Yeah, you got locked
is they don't, and this is because of the vision it has. I don't think it has the depth that Black and Gold had because Black and
No,
Gold was
it-
getting all the indie
Here's
stars.
the thing. Black and Gold got really repetitive, and it was literally being strangled by Undisputed Era and Ciampa versus Gargano. They were strangling the company for
Yeah,
like
but
a
that
good
wasn't
But you
year.
said the prime
Prior-
before the strangling,
prior-
though.
People ain't when they say at Black and Gold, they include the Undisputed Era, and they include
I know that, but like
Gargano
you're talking about
versus
after they
Ciampa.
jumped the shark. But like the prime years of that shit was fantastic.
The prime years
early-
right now is really good. It's great. Every pay per view
It is.
fire. The women's division now is
Fire.
clearly way
I do
better.
think the
way
women's
better
the
than
women's division
they
is
had.
better. I will
The
agree
depth
there.
that they have, like Jada Parker, can't get a fuck on the main roster. Not main roster. She can't get like pay per view matches, and it's not even like it's the end of the world because you got Lola Vice, you got Tatum Paxley, you got
I don't think Lola
Kalani
Vice is
Jordan,
that good.
you got
There's a lot of people. You got
a lot of
Zarya. You
people
got
coming up. Zarya.
The
You got a
Zarya
bunch of
Tatum
people
Paxley
coming up.
stuff has been stuff that's caught my eye in passing.
And they just lost Sol Ruka. They lost Roxanne. They've lost people and they just keep coming back and filling back up. And now they lost Oba and they lost and like what has
the men's
current-
side is doing worse after losing their stars than I think the women's side is.
But I think it's
yes,
not that
but it's
bad though,
not
because
that
they
bad.
still got Super Sean Legacy. They got what's his name? Jackson Drake. You got
Yeah,
the
he's
Vanity
pretty good.
Project, the rest of the Vanity Project.
Is great.
You got Shiloh Hill.
He's
You
super
got,
over.
Amazing. Romeo
Tristan-
Moreno and Noam Dar.
Tristan-
That's a good
Tristan
spread, but
Angels,
it's not
Hank
beating
and
the
Tank.
era where you had Ciampa, Gargano, Undisputed Era. You had Velveteen Dream before he fucked it up. You had Matt Riddle, Damian Priest.
But here's also my argument that as a developmental, it's doing better because the guys that are leaving and girls that are leaving the current NXT are doing better once they go to the main roster. Also, right now,
I do agree
like I
with
said,
that, but that's like a company structure thing.
the NXT, the current NXT feels like you can get attached to people and move on and not have to worry about them. And guys, people aren't over, for the most part, people aren't overstaying their welcome. And you have people going from like a Natalia who's not doing shit on the main roster, coming back down and doing stuff on NXT, which you weren't really necessarily getting that as much.
You were getting a little bit
in prime NXT Black and Gold. And I'm not saying it's a crazy difference. I just think current is better.
I agree.
I do agree with your vantage point of it being a better developmental. I don't think it's a better show because of that top end talent that I listed.
But
I would rather
say
those guys than the current guys in the men's.
But I would say
division.
the Black and Gold is more top heavy, where I would say current has more depth. Like I feel like if Black and Gold did lose a Gargano, and if Gargano, Ciampa, and Undisputed Era actually left, we would have been that would have fallen apart.
I don't think so because they at the time they had Keith Lee looking like a real like future thing,
But then he left.
They didn't even get to push Matt Riddle. They called him up too early. The Velveteen Dream during the prime, like had he not fucked it up, they had his whole run to get through.
Like we're completely sidestepping the fact that we had Kevin Owens, you had Finn Balor, you had Enzo and Cass at their, I'd say at their probably some of their highest highs.
Fraction was better.
I think that was the best. I think after that NXT went completely downhill. So
yeah, that's because you stopped watching.
It
did, but then it's recovered.
Yeah, it recovered
fast,
like, big time.
Really great.
I think 2020 was the downfall because like all the main guys had jumped the shark. They called up. Well, Matt Riddle and Velveteen Dream both got allegations. Matt Riddle got called up what would have been too soon. Velveteen Dream got fired. Then Damian Priest got called up, and then they were really left with nothing and had to rebuild. Plus, people were jumping ship to AEW like crazy. So I like half agree.
You got to really just like really just watch NXT. Like just like to take a couple of weeks, watch that, and you'll see they really cooking with this.
It's consistently great.
It is. Mike,
all right, Mike. What's your first hot take?
The Bloodline storyline has run its course way worse than the NWO did.
Nope, you lost me at that last part.
I agree with you.
Got me.
No, it's gone way too long.
No, NWO. We were on 55 different versions.
Yeah, are you talking? Have you not been paying attention to your own fucking product that you watch? Because as far as I do, they definitely split fucking factions, and then fucking decided to break them up, and then release people, and then fucking absorb more people into the fucking faction. They had no reason. There was no reason for Jacob Fatu to join the fucking Bloodline at fucking all. Ruined it. Completely.
Honestly, I think it's worse for him.
Fatu, period.
Jacob Fatu.
Here's the thing, Mike.
He's the best member, and he's a dude.
Fucking stop, Damone.
They didn't kill an entire company. Let me see. When's
Bloodline isn't doing anything for WWE. They are not a fucking draw anymore.
That's
fucking
a lie.
let it go.
That's
Do
a
something
dead ass
new.
I don't think that's a lie. I think
lie.
Roman's still
That's
a draw
lie.
by himself. I don't think the faction is a
They
draw
don't
anymore.
need the Bloodline. Let them fucking do.
I
let
agree-
them get
I
their own
agree.
Fucking identities.
Here's the thing. They did with Jay, and everyone complained about it.
No, everyone didn't complain about it.
It was split.
Yes, they
People
did.
did like the
No,
Jay stuff for a
everyone
while.
did not complain about it. It was fine.
No, people hated Jay. People still don't like Jay. People are
Well,
like,
that's because he
Jay's
sucks in
terrible.
ring.
He's
Had he not
trash.
sucked
He's
in ring, the
garbage.
gimmick
Who
would
doesn't
work.
like
Why
Jay?
push
Fucking raises neck beards in their mom's basements? Yeah.
Don't talk
No,
about John like that.
I would say that no, a lot of people didn't like Jay because of his ring work. They liked it initially until he started fucking up in the ring every week and then fucking up his promos. Like this I get the hate for Jay. I don't think that's indicative of a need for a bloodline reunion. It just means that Jay needs to maybe go back to the performance center, stop drinking, and practice his fucking promos.
I just want to say, I punched the shit out of my hand.
And it's not even the part that I strongly disagree with, is that it's not as bad, is that it's worse than the NWO. The NWO at the end was terrible.
No. I didn't say it was worse. I said, hold on. I said it ran its course worse than the NWO, Damone. Open your listening ears.
What does that mean?
It's over. It's run its course longer way longer than the NWO needed to be. They ended up squashing the NWO.
It came back like 5 times. That's all Vince.
And it wasn't even that long. For the last Bloodline has lasted longer than the NWO for absolutely no fucking reason.
It's also better than the NWO.
It's not better than NWO. I'm surprised. There's no
Roman. Both sides are a hot take because they both
ass. It's repetitive.
Mark this down. Mike said that Hulk Hogan is a better wrestler than Roman Reigns will ever be.
That's not what I said.
I heard it.
I think they're pretty equal. They're both pretty ass.
I agree with y'all. I agree with y'all like partly because like I feel like yes, the bloodline definitely ran its course. I think the first time Cody lost was when it should have ended there. Now them stretching out for another year was like. But the ending right there, the end right there would have been perfect. That was a perfect ending to it. And then they's like, you know what? Let's do a Bloodline 2. And it was like, why are y'all continuing this? And then they kept going and going. Then it was like, okay, it feels like they died. Now they cut a bunch of people. Nope, we're going to put them together. And I was like, y'all can stop this now.
Yeah.
So I agree with that.
Is the NWO part.
Yeah. I was going to say, that's the part I mainly disagree with is because NWO got out of hand.
The NWO finally got pulled. They stopped it. The Bloodline's still going with the same goddamn storyline
because the company closed.
No. Fuck you. The company fucking closed. They ended the NWO years before the company
it was like
closed.
6 months before.
No, it wasn't. Are you fucking stupid?
It was maybe like 8 years. It was like 2000, right?
It was 2 years.
Was it in 99?
For 2 years?
They ended the NWO in like 99 because New Blood came in 2000.
I thought it was going on for a long time. It felt like way longer.
New Blood took over in 2000.
The NWO lasted for 6 years, Mike.
I was going to say, there's no way it was just 2.
They brought it back in WWE, it didn't last for 6 years. They brought it back in WWE. That's why they're fucking counting it at 6 years. That doesn't count. It stopped, you.
It didn't start. Hey, Mike.
Hey, we should also count when they did the band in
TNA. Hey, you know what else stopped? The Bloodline.
And count when they got back together at WrestleMania 31.
Fucking going same goddamn company, Damone. It's completely fucking different.
Math is math. 6 years.
You're not fucking doing the math right.
6.
I say it went till WrestleMania 31 to add another 15. All right, y'all ready for mine?
Yeah. No, fuck Damone.
So I'm going to build on Mike's, and I'm going to make it hotter. So I think of the entire Anoa'i bloodline, there is only 2 good workers ever.
I want you to read that. Hold on. The original incarnation of the NWO
we weren't ready to let go yet.
Lasted in WCW from 1996 to April 27th, 1998, Damone.
Hey, play back the tape where he never mentioned saying it. Only WCW counted. He said the NWO's entire run. John, continue.
The second NWO didn't count. That was WWE NWO. That's not what the fuck I was talking about.
I'm pretty sure
I will amend my statement to the original NWO, the one that had the bazillion fucking people.
The trash one. Go ahead, John. Continue.
I'll repeat it, but just to kind of build on the bloodline, I was going to cut this one, but I want to see if there's any rage bait left in the bloodline topic.
No.
I'm going to say that the whole Anoa'i bloodline has only had 2 good workers ever. Those being Jacob Fatu and Umaga. The rest of them fucking suck in ring and are boring as shit.
You obviously know I disagree, but I'm not going to go down your wormhole.
Jacob's the best. I'll give you that.
Yeah, Roman's a bum. The Rock can't wrestle. Rikishi's boring. Who else we got? Names.
Well,
Solo sucks. The Usos individually suck. Who else you got? Nia Jax sucks. Tamina
Nia Jax
sucks.
Tamina, still everybody in there. Naomi.
I mean, if you don't count Naomi, Naomi could be a third. Naomi's actually good. But you can name me anybody in that whole bloodline.
Yoko.
Ass. So actually, give me a third. Jacob's brother Journey on the Indies. He was in my third grade class. He was cool. He does death matches. Fuck the rest of them. Anyways, that one was soft. Kenny, you go
My
next.
stomach hurt for laughing. The fact that we was 3 for 4 already.
I can't believe I was the one with the least rage bait. But to be fair, y'all knew about that one. I just wanted to build on mine.
My
well,
next
I picked one of my rage baitier ones to go with.
Yeah, I gotta step it up on my next rotation.
Because Damone took mine. I had the NXT one. Same exact thing. I say NXT 2024 to 2026 is better than Black and Gold NXT. So my next one is John Cena is better on the mic than The Rock, Stone Cold, and Hulk Hogan.
Okay. I agree.
Okay.
I agree 2/3.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
I think him and
disagree with that in the
Austin are
slightest.
close.
Okay.
I think Austin's a little better, but I think it's close. That's not that bad. All right, Demo, what you got?
Was not ready. Rey Mysterio is not the GOAT luchador.
I disagree. I'm not like mad, but
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad.
I think that just like if you're going off legacy and like most of the things that people measure GOATs off of, he's easily the best. And he did the most to take Lucha Libre outside of Mexico and with the influence he had in the United States and thus worldwide.
He's just the one Vince picked.
I got a Rey Mysterio one. I'll do that one.
I mean, you could say that for any top guy, though. I mean, unfortunately, that had a lot of power. I mean, Roman Reigns, just the one Vince picked. John Cena, just the one Vince picked.
MJF didn't pick Vince.
Well, we're talking WWE, but
I'm talking in general. You said any top guy.
But
so yeah, if they were in WWE, yeah, of fucking course.
Well, I'm saying that Ray's influence was because of his he was in the time where WWE was the monopoly, and he got so famous in the US that it became international. And I don't think any other luchador has ever had that kind of pull.
He should have been on the wand there instead of Hoovy.
I don't necessarily think that most recognizable necessarily makes you the GOAT. So I agree with Damone.
I don't want to fight him hardcore on it, but I disagree. I softly disagree. Though I will say more of Filthy Animals Ray could have been cool in any of like even the Mexicools or with like something like LAX with like the Filthy Animals style Ray could have been interesting.
Not John being with the majority.
I like Rey Mysterio. He rules. Mike, what you got?
TNA has the talent to be way better than AEW.
Disagree.
Yeah, I disagree.
I'm going to stop you there. I love TNA and where they're going. I mean, the world champ is my GOAT. However, their men's division depth isn't near where it should be. Because, like, go past Nick Nemeth. You got Ali, and you got, like, your Trey Miguel's and your Leon Slaters, who's not going to be there long. But then you go to AEW, and you go 1-for-1. And I'll even admit that Nick will lose to AEW's top 4 because Nick's past his prime. Nick's not as good today as MJF is. Moose is not as good as Hangman is, though that one could be a little closer. I would say that
I think that's a weird 1-for-1.
Ali and Osprey's pretty close. I'd maybe give Ali that one, but it's close. Especially with Osprey's injuries piling up. He's getting worse, and Ali's staying the same.
No.
And then I'd maybe say
5-star match. If he's in there, he's put on a banger.
I think he's just changing his style so he doesn't end up hurt more.
So I think that is going to decrease him a little bit, but that one's like close but arguable. And then I'd say Swerve, whoever you put as TNA's 4th best, but probably like Trey Miguel, Leon Slater, somebody like that. I think that Swerve is better than that wrestler.
Yeah,
and then the women's, it's not even close.
It's not even a conversation.
Yeah,
but you still got Kyle Fletcher. You still have Okada. You still have
Takeshita.
Takeshita. I couldn't think of his name. Yeah, him. It's not close. I had to disagree. It's not close.
TNA's top heavy. They have great talent up top, but then like as you go further down the card, it gets kind of rough.
So I don't think that they have a talent problem. I think they have a booking problem, and I do
agree with that. And it's all getting better.
That's where it comes from. Personally, if it was booked better and had better more money,
yeah,
then I think that the presentation would show you that it's there. But unfortunately, they don't.
It's just not AEW good.
If y'all had like 20 more people. If y'all had like 20 more people.
Right. I think
and that's a money issue. They can't compete to sign those top guys.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like TNA's wrestling.
I think there's a lot of underrated talent in TNA that's being overlooked simply because the presentation and the booking isn't there.
I agree with you.
And I'm talking about the talent, not that's where I think the money is, not the booking itself. So
I agree with you because I think that there's guys who are underrated. Like AJ Francis has become like a guaranteed good match machine, which is crazy to say.
Absolutely.
Like he's been balling there.
He's the best big man.
Is he balling at the level of, I don't know, even AR Fox though? No.
Like an Eddie.
No, I think he's got great.
roster is so deep.
I love the chant of, I think he's got AJ Francis has likability. I like money.
Yeah,
it gets me hype every time. I'm here.
I like TNA's roster. I think it just, like Kenny said, needs more people because the depth just isn't there. AEW is too deep for your statement to be true. Mike keeps saying ones that build into mine, so I'm about to build off it and kind of take this another direction. So let's talk about AEW's top wrestlers. Okay, I think that
talk to us like we were your students. Pull out your notebooks
because I'm teaching y'all today. Pay attention.
Go ahead.
Much like your actual students, I'm not going to pay attention.
AEW's top wrestlers are all better in ring than prime Shawn Michaels.
You're fried.
No.
Yeah, you're fried. You're fried. Your eyes
MJF
wait,
better than prime Michaels. Ospreay better than prime Michaels.
Hold on, go back. Repeat
Omega. He's not quite there. Swerve better than prime Michaels.
I can't. Hold on.
I said AEW's top wrestlers are better than prime Shawn Michaels in the ring.
Oh, that's what I thought you said. You're fucking dumb.
I stand on it.
I don't understand.
They would make Michaels look slow if you put them in the same ring.
I think the thing you're obsessed with Shawn being not as good as he is because you want Dolph to be better than Shawn, so you got to bring Shawn down.
You got Dolph into this. I ain't talking about Dolph. I'm talking about Swerve. I'm talking about MJF.
I know.
I'm talking about Hangman. I'm talking about Ospreay.
Psychological issues.
You are bringing him in. If you want to say Dolph Ziggler's the GOAT, you can save your hot take for that, and I would agree with you. But that's not what we talking about. We talking about that if they were put in the same ring today, Swerve Strickland from 2026 and Shawn Michaels from 1997, Swerve Strickland would mog him brutally.
Stop saying mog. Please fucking stop doing that.
I'll mog you right now.
Just ignored the mog thing.
Just because you're
MJF mogs.
Stop saying mogs. You're an adult.
Ospreay mogs.
Stop. You're gonna be
as a moveset guy. I do not agree with this because I feel like, yes, they might have a bigger bag in their moveset, but Shawn Michaels is just cold. Everything he does it's like him and Kurt Angle, like in their primes to me. All they do is just every move they do is crisp. Every move they do is perfection. That's why when you bring up the top matches of all time, Shawn Michaels is in there every time, whether it's Bret Hart, whether it's Undertaker, whether it's Triple H, you got to include him in there. Whether it's Stone Cold, it don't matter who he's going up against, he's putting on a banger for you. John Cena on a random episode of Raw, he's putting on a great match. It don't matter. Shawn Michaels going to kill it. Even at his worst, one of his worst matches is a watchable match against Hulk Hogan. Him being a jerk is one of the most watched matches ever. Shawn Michaels is him.
But so you're saying that level of crisp can't be applied to an MJF or a Swerve?
They don't wrestle as crispy
but thing,
his
thing though. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm not saying they're bad. I can still bring somebody up and give them their flowers while still giving them their flowers.
I'm not saying you're saying they're bad, but I just think that they have the same crispness Michaels had, plus the depth of bag, plus the speed, plus like the new age psychology that does prompt you to like get on to the next thing a little faster. I think it's better.
At that point, you're comparing eras at that point because it's like
I understand that.
It's like Michael Jordan.
But I also think that they're products of it, and that like just like also, LeBron being better than Jordan is product of an era of better basketball.
But with Sean, he was so adaptable, so he could wrestle one style against Brett, but then also wrestle a totally different style against Vader or Diesel. He was getting good matches.
But MJF can do that too. So can Swerve can work a death match and be brutal and disgusting.
I'm not saying they can't. I'm saying that the way that current wrestling isn't as crisp. Like guys aren't hitting, like they'll hit a move and then not sell it for another 10 minutes.
AEW's top guys are that crisp, I argue, but we're going to spin forever on that same topic, and I already got the rage out of y'all. So
it's more just because we're comparing.
I got the rage out of Mike.
You're comparing something more chaotic to something where, okay, you got Shawn Michaels, every move he's doing is crisp. And the thing is, you're bringing up Swerve, you're talking about the bloodiness. He can still do that too. He was doing the same thing with Triple H.
I don't think he would go as far as Swerve is willing to go, but I was saying like the adaptability. Like Swerve can have a gross death match. He can have a fast match. He can have like a super strong style kind of match where he's
Sean also had the
fuck out of each other.
You also got to keep in mind, Sean had two freaking primes. Like he was in his prime, got hurt, had a severe back injury.
Yeah,
and then came back and was
that's like legacy stuff, though. I'm talking just like in ring prime on prime.
No, I'm saying his in ring prime. He had two of them. He had an in ring prime as like that heelish dickhead for the most part, not all the time, but the pretty boy that style. And he had a lot of time he was a heel, and even when he was a bit baby face in that area, he was doing dickhead things. But then he came back.
MJF was a great baby face and heel too.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying when you say 5 guys, you're pretty much saying what 5 guys are better than Sean. With 99.9% of people would all agree that Sean is for current wrestlers, most current.
Well, that's why it's a hot take. I'm disagreeing with the 99.
Yeah, there's 2 archetypes. There's Brett and there's Sean, and most people come from one of those 2 trees, and pretty much all those guys you named.
There's also a Hogan tree of just ass, but like,
they all come from that Sean tree. And that's what Sean's doing.
But I think the student at some point can surpass the master.
He can. I just don't. I will say they have the potential to. I also think longevity matters too. It's like, yeah, Sean got hurt, but he came back and had another like 10-year career putting on bangers. So I think longevity matters because what's his name? Not Shibata.
Omega?
Nope.
Okada?
Nope. Also, best friends with Kenny Omega. Ibushi was having crazy bangers and was considered one of the best in the world, and then got hurt. It hasn't been the same since. So I think it's one of those things where longevity matters too.
Yeah. I mean, Omega's having bangers after getting hurt. Granted, I don't think he's as good as the guys I listed, but he's one that overcame that, and MJF's been battling knee issues the entire time.
Yeah, I think they have I agree with you. MJF is him, but to say that about somebody who is somebody you can drop in any era and he's gonna be that guy. We had a whole episode where we dropped him a different era and he's still him. like that just shows you like he's that kind of guy you can do that with. So
I don't know if you could put. My thing is, I don't know if you could put an MJF or Ospreay in the ring with Hogan and get a good match.
True.
I mean, if Hogan lays down and lets Ospreay flip on him, you can't.
You know that ain't gonna work for him, brother.
That ain't gonna work for me.
I absolutely think MJF could have had a good match with Hogan. Who would have made Hogan look great?
MJF of those ones could probably just because he'd probably be more of a dickhead than Sean.
He probably would.
Hogan wrestled different. MJF, yes, but Yeah, MJF, you're right.
I see why Ospreay and Swerve would be questionable.
Swerve and Hangman would probably be rough too.
When Hogan went to Japan, he wrestled a completely different
the Hogan
style.
Japan bullshit.
True. Whether you want to fucking believe it or not, he did.
We're talking about 2005, the match of Michaels, though.
Yeah,
like we're talking about what.
And he did like 3 extra moves. That was like, oh my god, look, Hogan can wrestle.
But Kenny, let's get it along. What you got next?
I don't think this one is that big of a hot take, but I feel like it might be. Kendall Gray has already shown she's a top 3 female wrestler, and she's not even 2 years in.
Wait, do you mean all time or current?
I'm saying all time. She's already proven she's top 3.
I can't put her in the
Too
top
early,
3
but I'm not mad.
For longevity. I just argued for longevity's sake, so I can't put her there because she hasn't. But I agree she has the potential to be the. I think she has the potential to be the GOAT.
And I already said earlier, I ain't watched enough new NXT to know, so I can't.
She stays on the page. It's like if Kurt Angle was a.
Imagine Kurt Angle with titties.
Or that way too.
That's all she is.
Yeah,
and she's doing it like every time.
I gotta watch the tape. I'm not studying.
Okay, I would say not Kurt Angle. I would say she's more Shelton Benjamin. I would say she's more Shelton because she throws the high flying in there with that technical style, and it just looks crispy. And she keeps adding moves to her moveset every week.
She did like a flying arm bar out of something. Was it the spinning back fist? It was something she did crazy into like an arm bar. It was like, what the?
Yeah, she's insane.
Yeah, I don't think that's that insane of a take if she's that good. I think it just takes more time. I think that's just a premature take, less than a hot one.
Oh, you tripping. This Lita. Like, she's better. I'm sorry. In ring, she's better.
In ring, she is better than Lita.
All right. D-Money, what you got next?
My next one's going to be... Okay, I'll go this one. It's back to Kenny Omega. You know, my favorite wrestler. Not really.
I already know where you're going.
Kenny Omega is modern Bret Hart. Good to great in ring, but that's it.
No.
Well, here's where you're wrong. It's not that you're saying that Kenny's just great in ring and not a great promo. You're implying that Bret's great in ring, and that's where you're wrong. I can't wait to shit on him later. I got that in the bag.
I'm not mad at this take.
I think Kenny Omega.
I'd say as a babyface, you're correct. His babyface promos are weak. I think as a heel, he's a way better promo.
Is he? Because I feel
and
like
Bret was too. To be fair, Bret was better as a heel as well.
Yeah, that's why Don Callis did most of his promos because it was not great.
He talks too much like a Discord mod. like I remember during the match, when they changed the music to bodies, just like, hey guys, how about some 2000s alternative rock music?
Yeah, I needed somebody to come out and take the goddamn mic from Kenny. Just stop talking. Don't let this man talk for 10 minutes.
That's not that bad of a take. His promos leave a little to be desired. At least
his character work is like, what the fuck is the cleaner? Besides the cool name.
I don't have the Japan ball knowledge of that time, to be honest with you. I watched New Japan for 2 weeks in 2024. I can't help you there.
I'm gonna throw in the one Travis had because Travis sent the list too as well. One of his is pro wrestler. I'm turning to Cody Rhodes. Pro wrestlers are athletes and should look like one.
No. Fuck you.
That's kind of crazy coming from him because don't he love like Dusty and like that time where he brings up like the territory times where they look like, you know, kind of like strongman types where they're kind of like pudgy.
Athletes come in different shapes and sizes, so fuck you.
I mean, Jokic don't really look much like an athlete other than he's tall.
He doesn't.
I half agree, but I think there's different archetypes of fighter. Like, when you're playing Tekken, you could play as fat ass Bob.
Bob with that leg is mess. We don't talk about Bob.
Like, Bob, you got options. I do think the majority should, just because it's a TV product, and you know you want kind of like you want to be able to sell the action figure, the video game character, the hot, blank gender that whoever wants.
I like the era like that we got now, where you got the smaller guys that's in the same division as the big guys. You got the fat guys like your Bronson Reeds that can still move, but you also got the big guys like your Mark Henrys that's not really that agile, but they just show like displaying strength.
I don't want to see the roided up era again. Like we're just so obsessed with body image that they're killing themselves like with all that roid usage. But I do agree that a lot of guys should at least like have abs or like, you know, have biceps, like just look kind of strong.
Yeah, I think that's worse than what he's saying. I'm not saying think he's saying that obviously he's not here, but I don't think he's saying that everyone needs to have like a six pack or anything. Just that if you're gonna be in the business, you should look like you are in some type, like you've ran on a treadmill before.
No, round is a shape.
Hell yeah. Mike, what's your hot take? What you got?
Forbidden Door is a bad PLE.
Agreed.
I used to agree. I think it's improving because of stories like the one Tekla just did, where like she's like talk about how she got fired from there.
Tekla's the GOAT, so
and adding the Owen to it also helps because it has all-in implications. So I think it used to be. I think it is improving.
I think it's the opposite. I think it was a great one-time gimmick, and that should have been it.
I don't think the first time was good at all. I think the issue was that it was one of those. If you're not like locked into New Japan, you had no reason to watch. It's like and they didn't do a good job at like selling them. They just be like this random wrestler. No one on the like who doesn't watch New Japan is gonna know. Just popped up and like the AEW super fans and the New Japan fans go crazy for it. But me as a casual who doesn't watch New Japan, I'm just like, I don't know who this person is. And they didn't do a good job of like a video package or anything to be like, this is why you should be excited that they came through the Forbidden Door, not just, hey, this person came through the Forbidden Door, be excited, be happy. It's like, I don't know who this is.
I think they no longer really do that model because they're doing like the Owen and they're doing like number one contender matches. They're doing like the Tekla storyline. I think everything this year had implications on Forbidden Door, and I think that was cool.
How many actual Forbidden Door like AEW versus?
It was like 3 this year.
I was gonna say, I feel like there weren't that many actually. Now that I think about it.
Yeah,
they're
kind of pivoting from it just being New Japan dream matches and making it more story relevant. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I think they've improved on the model.
Right way.
I think that's the right move. Sense. Yeah,
it's like having the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view and having every match be in Hell in a Cell when it's like we ain't that angry at each other.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I hate it. I still fucking hate that.
Hate those pay-per-views.
We can go on.
I have one, and this one I don't think it's gonna make people as mad, but I feel like y'all ain't gonna understand. So I think that the most influential wrestler of this millennium, so since the year 2000, is Rob Van Dam.
Most influential?
Yes.
I don't agree, but who's he influencing?
You see his style, like those indie exchanges, the flips between moves, even moves from his move set, all throughout like the AEW X Division style that is adapted since then. I think the reason that wrestling is the way it is today is greatly in part because of what Rob Van Dam brought to the international audience by going to WWE.
I don't disagree with that. I don't know if he's the most influential, but I think he's highly influential.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm like, he's probably in a mix with like 3 or 4 other people.
Right, like Eddie.
Yeah, see, my thing about that is it's not that he's the most influential, but I think there's other people that are more influential. I'm not saying he's not. I just feel like there's other people. There's more. Like still Shawn Michaels, because Shawn Michaels was still doing his thing in the 2000s. And like they say Eddie Guerrero, I'd say, even though I'm not a fan of Triple H would be in there too. I just think they're different styles.
What's he influencing? Being an ass?
But I think
can't wait to do that one later.
just the way they work, I feel like Shawn Michaels is the one that's influencing everybody because he's more of a faster pace. Yeah, RVD, I would say like not just RVD, but ECW's faster paced style in general. Because I feel like Super Crazy and Tajiri were doing the same exact thing.
Yeah,
it made me think of another one.
Well, I was talking about like by Rob going to WWE, his style and transitions and things like that spread and kind of became what is the mainstream today. That's kind of what I'm getting at with it.
Yeah, I get I get you cooking, but I mean it just need a little seasoning, it need a little something to it. Like,
needs a little bit of extra hot sauce.
Yeah, it need a little something on it.
It needs a little bit of paprika. Just a
it need a little something. So it's missing something. Like it's missing something. Missing something.
It's still good. I'll eat it.
That was a pretty nice round. What you got?
All right. This was more about the fans, not like wrestling, just more of the fans. I feel like fans beg for new stars and then shut it down whenever one is presented.
I agree with that.
I'll take the claps. I'll take the claps. Yeah.
That's
just my
They're guilty of that pretty bad. And then they wonder why they get the same old, particularly in WWE, because with WWE, you have to kind of like be consistent in pushing who you want to get it through because they don't give a fuck half the time. I so if you turn on them, the moment they get something, like
they usually do.
Yeah. I mean, the Sammy Hogan stuff was funny, but like if people ever wanted a Sami Zayn push, they killed any chance of that. And I think that caused his reign to be what it was.
Anytime somebody wins more than twice, they're like, oh, something Hogan now. Such and such Hogan. It's like you can't do that. If you want somebody to get, if you want more people to get these reigns and get, getting this conversation like, oh, they got 5 championships, you gotta have them win. You can't get mad anytime somebody wins more than once. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Some people are gonna get pushed more than others. And like so part 2 to that will be like there's certain people that I feel like we gotta push in order for that to happen because these old people are just gonna keep coming back and just keep getting their championship at that point. Because like, oh, we know y'all like them because that worked like 10 years ago, and it's like, nah, sorry to say this, but we gotta force some of these people on y'all. Even though I don't like Jey Uso, but if they're pushing Jey Uso to be the single star, they're gonna have to keep doing that. So that way he's gonna be part of this era when we go back and think about it.
Yeah, I agree with like Braun.
Because that's how you prevent
it feels like
these
that happens.
40-year-old champions, 50-year-old champions, like. WWE is kind of having an aging problem at the top of the card, and though those guys are delivering a lot of the time, I mean, their main event scene is all over 40.
Yeah, like Roman Reigns, you had your time. Sorry, buddy, but it's like you had your time.
Oba should 100% beat him, and Oba, Trek, are the guys you should be building on. Those should be
Trick's
your
Trick's
foundation.
Going to be the future. All right, D Money, what you got? That was a pretty safe one.
Oh, this is probably a pretty safe one too, but no more goddamn ECW reunions. Y'all mentioned the ECW, made me think of this. I'm sick. They should have stopped 10 years ago. We don't need another goddamn Tommy Dreamer, Rhino.
Oh yeah.
Any
Dudley's together. Yeah,
we don't need.
I'm glad a lot of them are retiring, so they can't pull that.
I just wanted to get that out.
Yeah, I mean, I am down to see a Rob Van Dam match against a younger guy though, because like his couple one-offs in AEW were excellent. But
that's the best thing about wrestling though, compared to any other sport. You can still push somebody as like, so you got the older star, you can have them fight a newer star, so you can have that era versus era thing. Like we're never going to get Michael Jordan and LeBron because Michael Jordan is simply too old. But here we can still present it like RVD still him against like a Riddle. Like we can,
and
still
he looked, RVD looked fantastic against Jack Perry. That match was awesome.
Yeah,
Skip Bayless said that 50-year-old Jordan could beat prime LeBron. So yeah,
that's a take that would do well here. Mike, what you got for us?
This one might be a softball. The Attitude Era is only good because of nostalgia. It might be one of the worst booked eras, despite the talent.
I don't know about worst booked, but the in-ring was pretty butt. That's my issue with it.
It was awful. It was booked.
I like the hot potato of the world championship because it made a lot of guys feel like big stars. So I don't agree with worst booked. I just think the wrestling was pretty bad.
I think the only reason I don't agree with the worst book part is because I've watched a bunch of new generation shit, and that shit is worse.
So bad.
Okay, so it's not as bad as worst generation and that the next generation that bad.
Oh, I forgot. I got one. I feel like it's gonna piss y'all off. My next one I feel like might piss y'all off.
I got 2 of them sitting on the top of my list. I think are gonna piss y'all off.
That was a pretty nice.
I got a lot of.
Yeah, that was a nice round. We gotta heat it up. Oh, actually, my top 3 are all rage bait.
I was gonna say my next one I feel like might heat it up. I feel like my next one is.
One's predictable, so I'm going to cut that one. Okay, I'm between two. Let's keep with eras here. So AEW's wrestling was already miles ahead of WWE, but this year they've surpassed them on stories as well.
The AEW?
Yeah.
I don't disagree. So
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been really locked into like AEW besides watching the pay-per-views, so I can't really fight you on it. Besides like the main stories, I will say the best story in wrestling is WWE produced with the El Grande Americano arc. But I'm not gonna fight you hard on this because, like I said, I haven't been really watching weeklies of AEW or anything.
Mike, thoughts?
I don't care.
Oh, dang. Guess that one was softball. All right, Kenny, what you got?
All right.
Logan Paul more rage bait.
Is a future Hall of Famer. And if he stays healthy, he's already better than The Miz.
Nope.
Okay. Fuck right off.
Nope. He's a future Hall of Famer, but he'll never be better than The Miz.
I agree with the Hall of Famer just because the Hall of Fame doesn't mean anything. I think if any wrestler coming up in the 2000s had the help that Logan Paul had to transition, they would look that good too.
But what
who else had Shawn Michaels walking you through your first matches? Like, you're talking about how great Shawn is. He had Shawn Michaels walking him through his first matches. He's working with Shawn's mindset.
It's one of those things, though. He still had to pull it off because it's not like Shawn was in the ring with him. Like, he could go through the whole match and then with Shawn and then freeze up when he got there. Or
and he's not near as versatile as The Miz is. Logan Paul's going to have to play like one type of character his whole career because of who he is. While The Miz has done so many different things, The Miz can be comedic. He could be a serious heel. He could be a serious babyface, or a comedic babyface.
To be fair, though,
anywhere on the card, The Miz can be convincing.
To be fair, though, when The Miz first came in, he came in as a reality star wrestler.
Yeah,
first a reality star. So of course they used that until they branched him off and did something else with him. A couple years later,
he wasn't like as famous as Logan Paul. Like Logan Paul is like a controversial, like internet influence. It's different.
Well,
like
the internet wasn't as big back then, so we had reality shows back then. So reality TV was the biggest thing back then. So having The Miz jump from what was it, Real World?
Yes,
wrestling was already big. That was already big. So him doing that transition is pretty much the same.
But was he as hated as Logan is? Because Logan has like real life controversies
he absolutely
related to politics, the Japan thing.
Miz was hated.
He's got Logan Paul has like a crypto scam that he was like being investigated for.
True.
Like,
he wasn't as hated as Logan Paul. I will absolutely agree. But the whole thing with The Miz, the reason he got big was his freak out on the Real World where he tore shit up. I want to say it was at a bowling alley. I don't know why that sticks in my brain.
I actually hadn't seen him on the Real World, so I didn't know that.
I knew him from the Real World. And I followed him to wrestling. That's my lame claim to fame.
Because like I got into reality TV like after the Real World's prime, so like I missed that. But
I wasn't watching it. I was
going to say we were like 9.
No, we weren't 9. We may have been 9.
What year did he?
But I watched it.
What year did he go in the Real World?
I'll look.
It had to be 99, 2000.
It had been later than that.
I watched the shit out of the Real World.
I think it might have been like 02, 03, around there.
Yeah, I got into reality TV like Flavor of Love, Rock of Love.
It was 2001. So yeah, I was 12. I was definitely watching the Real World at 12.
Yeah,
so
we were 12.
But I think that the reason I don't agree he's going to be better than The Miz is because, or that he's already better than The Miz, is because Miz has so much versatility. I don't think Logan's ever going to get that.
But what's the versatility you were talking about, though?
The fact that The Miz could be any type of character anywhere on the card. I think Logan Paul is going to be limited to that character for the rest of his career.
I don't think Logan Paul has the longevity. I think he's going to burn out real quick.
I can't say that at this point.
In life, he's going to be a bum soon enough.
I think Jake's more at risk of that. His brother's more at risk. His
brother are gonna fucking pull a fucking Island Boys. What are we talking about?
I think Logan is gonna be.
I hope
he's gonna be relevant for a while. And I think he's committed. I think he's committed to pro wrestling at this point. So
Yeah,
he's there pretty much
It
every
keeps him
week.
out of trouble. I'll give him that.
well,
but
but thing is, like, it's not like he's still
He's not as
like
bad as he
he's
used
not
to be.
considered a celebrity wrestler anymore, though. He's part of it. Like, he's in it. Like that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, it's a difference. Like, it's not.
I don't think
week he's on.
I don't think he'll
I
be able
agree
to
he's a
become
full-time
babyface
wrestler.
again.
I just think
I think
he's
he's always
not
going to
good
have to be a heel.
The Miz could be anything. Like
Correct.
and like that's what makes the Miz so great. It's not his like ring bag, because like the Miz's bag is pretty limited. It's
The
just
Miz-
that he can be anything on screen and you'll buy it.
The Miz is a Swiss Army knife. You're going to use
That's a
him
good
for
way
what
of
you need
putting
him
it, too.
for, regardless.
don't
He
agree.
was kind of like the Big Show was. You needed the Big Show. You needed to take down a big
but
guy.
I do think,
but I don't remember
I
a
think-
notable. I don't remember a notable Miz babyface run where I was like, yeah, like he's really. I really
He's a
believe in him.
couple like where like people like weird enough
Because
like
he has
when Shane
longevity.
McMahon turned on him, people really bought into him like beating Shane McMahon. I know part of that's just hating Shane McMahon, but like he was also like very sympathetic because like he had turned like into a good person to be Shane's friend, and then Shane was like, actually fuck you in front of your parents too. Like that was actually a pretty decent. Well, Shane winning as much as he did wasn't decent, but like Miz's role in that as a babyface was actually really good.
All right, we should probably go on to the next
Yeah. Damone, what you got?
my next one is
Mhm.
we're gonna go with finishers don't need to be flashy. It's all about how it's performed and sold.
No, it's 2026. We're not doing DDTs no more. Let it go.
Your
Like,
favorite wrestler's finisher is a hair pull down.
one.
yeah, you're way simplifying it.
Am I wrong though? It's a jumping pull down.
It's
That's
a
it.
jumping pull down.
I can do
That's all
that.
it
move.
is.
Damone, you can't even jump out your chair. Shut your ass up.
Yeah, he didn't say he wouldn't be winded. He just said he could
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, I can do it. The recovery's
This
gonna
was a
suck,
hair
but I can
pull.
do it.
But also, I think the bar is getting set so high that like, and I would say that the zigzag and some like even the RKO is a lot flashier than like a basic DDT. So maybe I could agree to an extent, but
But
if
that's
it's like a
also why I
super
said-
basic ass move, it should not
That's-
be a finisher. DDT should not be.
I'm not gonna lie. I agree
What
with
I-
Damone. I agree with
What
that.
I mean is like it's all about how it's executed. So like if you're just doing a basic DDT like with nothing else to it, then yes, I agree. But you throw a little bit of like like even when Jake would do it, he would like hold it and then spike the person. And if the person selling it spikes themselves, like kicks their feet up, or the way they sell the move, it could make a basic.
I agree.
move.
You have to add something, but I think that is the flashy. Like you have to add the flash to the finisher for it to be good.
I guess I
don't think-
guess
I don't want to say
I don't-
flash, but I think if you make it look like it hurt, you make it look like you finished him, then you got your point across. Because
Like,
yes,
the
even though your
Kurt,
finisher
like-
might be a DDT, but like for example, Grayson Waller, his finishing move is he goes out of the ring, sprints, jumps, and does like a roll into the ring just to hit you with a stunner. That's a lot just to do a stunner. So I agree
Yeah.
with Damone on that point, where it's like it's a lot of extra theatrics just to do this one move. When I got a Stone Cold Stunner that's going to do the same thing to you, it's all about what that move is going to do and how a person reacts to it. So I
Yeah.
do agree with them.
or
I
like
just
the
think
Kurt,
that like if you have a really like bland basic like I did the 10th person to try to make a double underhook DDT work, like I like that Moxley's now lifting them with it because that looks better. But when he was just doing like the regular dirty deeds, I thought that was a piss poor finisher. I thought it was boring.
Take,
Um,
I also think like you said, it depends on the person how they sell it. How you like if you add a little bit to it to make it not just basic. Because like even look at like the stomp. It's
the
just
stomp
a
is really cool. I think that's an example of a very flashy finisher. I think the
I-
Superman
I have an
punch. even-
example. I have an example for both sides.
Okay.
The one that's not one that is effective but not flashy. Would be, I think, maybe it's a little flashy, but Macho Man's elbow from the top.
Yeah, it's
I don't
not
think that's flashy, but I thought it was
Or what we can
very
be
effective.
considered
Now,
flashy.
on the other end, one that isn't flashy, but I never thought was that effective, is Hogan's leg drop. That shit sucked.
And I'm adding on to this the playmaker or the O driver, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Ass.
But again, it doesn't look like it hurts. So that's why I said you still, even though yes, you're presented such a finishing move, you still have to sell and make it believable to where, oh, that would kill me or that would hurt them. So yes, even though it's a simple DDT, if I take your neck and drive you straight down to the ground on your head, you can break someone's neck and it looks like that hurts you compared to someone who's like, I got my leg wrapped around your neck. I'm going like this and landing on my own knee. It doesn't look like it hurts you at all.
I got one that I want to add on. This is off the cuff, so I got my next one ready whenever.
All right, Mike, let it rip.
The RKO is the greatest finisher of all time.
I'm not mad at it. I don't think I agree.
It's because of how he's able. I mean, let's look at it. It's transcended wrestling.
Yeah, it's mainstream.
So like RKO out of nowhere. That makes it the great. I mean, I think that makes it the greatest thing because you can take it to a fucking swimming pool, and you got people going crazy. Like
I think the biggest competitions with it would be
the
stunner,
and
maybe the rock bottom.
People's elbow would be bigger than the rock bottom.
Yeah,
and I think
when we were young, yes, we would do the rock bottom. But I think now, if you're asking people, it's gonna be the people's elbow.
But like if somebody did an elbow to someone, they're like, "Oh, hit him with the people's elbow." Like, I hear people say that. I'm like, "That's not the people." Like me being a wrestling fan, I'm like, "That's not the people's elbow."
And I think DDP, I think the diamond cutter was great, but I think the RKO it's just bigger.
I think I'm agreeing with you more the more you say it. Actually,
DDP walked so Randy could run.
So Randy Orton can run.
Well, because it wasn't just because like DDP had that like surprise cutter.
He was doing it out of nowhere first.
But Randy Orton, it was just no matter what you put him in or wherever you was at, he was hitting that.
Randy's also looks very athletic because he jumps more with it. Yeah. So it looks more impressive and harder to make look good.
DDP could never do what Orton did to like Rollins at WrestleMania with the curb stomp into the RKO,
or the Evan Bourne one.
Yeah, he wasn't doing that.
Yeah, no.
So there's stuff like that Randy was able to do.
He's more athletic than he's definitely way more athletic.
I mean, DDP was in his 30s, but 30s.
With DDP, he was more like he would do a move, he would start a move, and then switch it to the cutter. Like he'll have you up in a power bomb and then toss you up and then hit a cutter, or like he'll have you like do a TKO move. But Orton just saying stuff like that.
Orton's done it in more unique situations, so I don't hate Mike's take. But that was accidentally kind of another soft round, so I really got to hit y'all with some bullshit.
It's also funny that whenever Randy does like the punching the ground and stuff, he never hits it.
No.
Yeah. We should probably
Okay, I'm between three. I'm really trying to rage bait here. Who do I want to rage bait, Damone or Mike more? I have a couple that will piss one of them off more.
I don't care.
Well, we have one more round after this. So
all right, Mike's a little too sleepy to rage bait then. But I think this one's more egregious. I think. Oh, it's hard.
Spit it out, Captain. Sport.
All right. So Kevin Nash's only work that was good for his entire career.
I'm already gonna say no.
Was managing Alex Shelley.
No,
carrying his fucking bag.
He saved wrestling, you motherfucker! He saved wrestling!
Kevin Nash.
You wouldn't be here had him and Hall not gone over to WCW.
Hey, Kevin Nash can come defend himself, but he tears quads walking over here. He sucks.
I knew he was going to say. So he said Nash. I knew Shelley was coming.
The second he said Kevin Nash, I'm like, I know what's coming.
No, it was when he said Kevin Nash and then only. And I already knew it was going to be something dumb.
He said that paparazzi production,
Kevin Nash
baby.
sucks. Alex Shelley, goated. Kevin Nash was in the right place, carrying his bags and filming him on the camera. That's where that bum belongs.
You are a moron. Grade A certifiable moron.
Oh,
I will say Kevin Nash was super cool. Like even though his like in ring and stuff wasn't great, but on the mic he sounded cool and he just looked cool.
Hey, he looked great holding that bag.
Bag of money.
I was gonna say, he loves his money,
Bag
so
of money he ain't deserve.
Bag of money.
Yeah, Alex Shelley's money because he's the real draw. Kenny, what you got?
All right. So, like I said, I had one. I'm gonna say the one I had earlier that was gonna piggyback off what Damone said about Rey Mysterio. It says Rey Mysterio wrestled long enough to die a hero and become a villain. That was what I had on my list. But I want to go another one.
Oh, I agree with that one. He should have either not gone in the Hall of Fame already, or he should have
lost
retired.
His son.
Lost to his son. Or at least boosted to. I think he lost to him on like a random Raw, and that was it. But any of the pay-per-view matches, Ray always won.
Yeah, two WrestleManias in a row. He beat him.
Burying your son is crazy.
Insane. Okay, so my next one, like I said, is my last one I got. It's okay to have divas in wrestling. So when I say divas, I'm like that, like the whole, I'm
Sex
just
appeal.
a model, things like that. Like I feel like not every female wrestler has to be a 5-star wrestling machine. You can have a diva in there. You can have your Candice Michelle's, your Kelly Kelly's in there with the okay moveset. I feel like it's gonna, in my opinion, it's like having an ugly chick standing next to the good-looking chick. It's okay to it's gonna make them look better. So that's how I feel about that.
I don't know why I feel about the analogy, but I don't disagree with you. I do think like Chelsea Green, Chelsea Green's moveset ain't anything crazy, but like her character work is great. She definitely would fit in the diva era. I do think that it's a
diva era.
Yeah, I think it's a. I do agree. You want variety. Like you don't want everyone doesn't need to be a Rhea or a
no.
Like a Liv. Actually, I would say is more closer to the divas than she is that to like a Rhea. I do think having a couple of those characters across the different companies doesn't hurt. Like it mixes things up.
I will say, with the caveat, I would agree as long as they could at least hold up to the quality of like the beautiful people in 09. Like if your baseline isn't Angelina Love 2009, you just suck. Like I don't think a Kelly would work. She sucks. However, a Chelsea Green works because she's competent enough to do the jobs or win here and there. And yeah, that type of character does draw engagement because the gooner side of the fan base exists.
Kelly was mid. She had that basic high flyer moveset. She had the tilt-a-whirl, do the head scissors. Like she had the basic high flyer. We're trying to push this female. We're going to give her this moveset. So I feel like I wouldn't say her. I would say more like a
Trish would do great here.
Yeah, like a Sable. Like she couldn't wrestle. Like someone like that.
Sable was dog shit.
Yeah. I'd say someone like that is what I mean. Someone
I don't want that. Nope. We'll tolerate a Kelly.
I'm saying Kelly shouldn't be the one we bring up because she was actually decent.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, Sable was bad. I was thinking like ECW Kelly. I forgot that she did add a little bit down the line.
Yeah.
All right, D Money, what are you wrapping us up with?
I'm gonna wrap you up with a decent one. So it's gonna be that the belt collector is a stupid ass gimmick.
Just on Kenny or on anybody?
On anybody. It was stupid with Kenny. It was stupid with Mercedes. It's just stupid in general to have one person go from company to company to company, taking up all these titles, especially when 99% of fucking Mercedes titles we didn't even know what they were fucking for, and no one watched those. No one was switching over to those companies.
Sounds like you hate Japanese people because you're hating on Ultimo Dragon.
I forgot about Ultimo Dragon too. But Ultimo Dragon
had a little collector gimmick too.
That was all in TNA.
He was a goat.
It wasn't really. You know what? That's not the same. I mean,
that was not all in TNA. He had New Japan belts too.
I forgot he had the New Japan one too.
Kurt Angle once held every title in the company for men.
He is a goat.
But I mean, like when you're going to like 10 different small companies. Like the theory is that Mercedes or whoever goes over and they have matches on that show and bring eyes to that company. But is anybody actually going and watching freaking I don't fucking know Tahitian Treat Wrestling? Tahitian Treat Wrestling because Mercedes won their title 2 years ago.
Man brought up Spicy Fruit Punch Wrestling. That's crazy.
No one's going to watch that. belt collectors is stupid. Get out of my face. Except for Kurt Angle, he's allowed because it's all mostly in the same company.
I don't hate that. Mike, what you got?
Aiden English is a better commentator than he ever was a wrestler.
I don't hate that. He's really good. I think that TNA's. I can kind of build off that and say I think TNA is the best commentary team today. I think that they're incredible. They care about every match. They know the talent. They're interesting. They're funny. And they don't overcomplicate it. I think he's great. I think they're great. So I'm with you 100%.
For me, Aiden English's in-ring or like his wrestling career, I'm not counting the the Rusev Day stuff because just kind of not really doing it. Besides saying Rusev Day, he wasn't doing anything. But part of being involved villains, like I like the involved villains, but I'm not gonna like fight you on this. Like I don't disagree.
They didn't.
And I do think he's a really good a really good commentator.
All right,
man. I feel like that one's kind of soft to end on. Can I get
a soft one?
Can I get a rage bait to end us on? I have a really good one. I can make Damone foam out the mouth right now.
It's probably going to be Triple H related. So,
man, don't predict it. You know what? I think that this one will piss everybody off. I'll save my Triple H one for later. I think that Baron Corbin retiring Kurt Angle was the right call.
No. There's no argument you're going to be able to make to ever make that justified. Can we just go to the next one?
Okay.
Oh, there is no more next one.
Explain yourself. Explain. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it, but I'm not.
It fit this as much as it's not a dream match because I understand that Baron Corbin didn't exactly pan out. They had spent all year working on that story, and they didn't know Kurt was going to retire, but without that knowledge, that match had to happen to pay off the story of like the control of Raw thing. And to just completely cut that story off, just say, well, we're going to randomly bring Cena back for a one-off match just because it's his retirement, I don't think serves the story. Granted, WWE stories in 2017, not fantastic. I understand. Or 2018, 19, all pretty ass. But that's them finishing a story.
So here's the thing. If you took a different angle with it, because that's not the angle I thought you were going to take, them having to finish the story, because I feel like they could have finished that story, like once they realized, oh shit, Kurt's going to retire, wrap that story up real quick, and then done the dream match that people wanted. I more so thought you were going to take the angle, and the angle I would take is more so that it isn't that Baron Corbin is the one who retired them, it's the follow-up. It's that after he retired Kurt, they didn't keep pushing him and like make him that guy. So it meant that him beating Kurt felt not useless isn't the word, but it didn't hit as much as it. Sure, it didn't hit as hard as it should have.
Yeah, it didn't help Baron Corbin at all.
Right, there was no follow through. So what they should have done was they should have pushed Baron hard, probably have him win the world title, and he could have had a monster, not monster, but he could have had a great heel run off of the back of I retired Kurt Angle.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Just putting over somebody new instead of just John Cena, because 4 years prior, John Cena retiring people and winning big matches like that. Fuck, more John Cena.
So here's the thing with the Kurt Angle John Cena thing. Like I get there's that one moment, but that's kind of it. Like.
Yeah, they didn't really have a feud even. Right. Kurt Angle, he feuded with Triple H a lot.
Eddie a lot. He was feuding
Big
with
Show, Brock.
Cena's not in. Like if I'm listening,
but also his prime wasn't in WWE. His prime was in TNA.
Yeah, if I'm listing Kurt Angle like feuds, Cena's towards the bottom of the list.
Yeah. But we all probably have many more hot takes for you, but we're going to wrap up there tonight. We'll probably do this again sometime, so be on the lookout for Book It's Hot Takes Volume 2. But we are getting ready to bid you adieu. Beforehand, Hi-Fi Mike, can we find you anywhere outside of here?
Just my TNA weekly reviews on all of our social medias.
D-Money, what about you?
You can find me on all the bullshit, even bullshit owned by that human herpes Elon Musk, at D Money Book It. So D Money spelled out, book it.
And Bad Guy, what about you?
You can catch me on all social medias at Bad Guy Spoken. Catch the Bad Guy Spoken podcast on YouTube's. And you can also catch Hood Movie Review all your favorite and not so favorite hood movies. We just reviewed Sunset Park, so be on the lookout for that. Actually, no, it's already out. So go ahead and look that up.
Sweet. And lastly, the one place you need to go to catch all this and more is T1, spell out the word 3, media.com. And you can go check out t-shirts, cups, baby clothes, and any other memorabilia of your favorite cast members, your favorite shows, or perhaps some of your favorite phrases you've heard. With that said, that's been an episode of Book It. See ya.
Bye.